Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bridgewater Ice Rink for tonight's ACHA division matchup between the visiting Central Connecticut State University Blue Devils and your Bridgewater State University Bears. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Central Connecticut Blue Devils. At forward, number 7, Brady Norris. Number 19, Nate Thomas. Number 11, Sam Sharkevich. On defense, number 4, Dylan Stein. On defense, number 2, Ben Wasser. In goal for the Blue Devils, number 29, Braden Selstad. And now, the Bridgewater State University Bears. At forward, number 12, DJ Rowley. At forward, number 3, Evan Allison. At forward, number 7, Nick Ronda. On defense, number 13, Nate Fernandez. And his partner, number 2, Matt Hilton. In goal for the Bears, number 30, Max Long. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and face the support for our national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's game between the Bridgewater State University Bears and the Central Connecticut State University Blue Devils. 2 nights ago, Bridgewater State played against St. Anselm's, and they won a thriller of a game, just 1-0, after Travis Cashman, the freshman, scored his first career goal with just 7.5 minutes to go in regulation. A very exciting game. We saw tons of penalties back and forth, lots of shots, not too many great scoring chances, but there were a few, and the difference was just 1 goal. And now tonight, Bridgewater faces off against a familiar foe. They played against Central Connecticut last week, and they fell to them 3-2, but they outshot them by nearly double the amount of shots. So it is sure to be a good one tonight between the two teams. On the ice right now in their blackout uniforms, their first time wearing them at home this year. We have Nick Longa, Evan Hallisey, Nate Fernandez, EJ Foley, and Pat Hilton. As this puck immediately starts off in Central Connecticut's end. And a good way to keep it in off of his knee. And now a good chance for Hallisey right in front. Hilton. And a slap shot turned away into the corner. One of the Blue Devils is still missing his glove. And now the puck finally exits the zone. And Hilton will grab it. Sending it over to Foley. Chips it between the legs of the defenseman. Up to Colin Chisholm. He pushes it deep into the Blue Devils' end, and now Kremen is there with it. Curley forechecking, trying to get that puck on his stick. They will get it out of the zone. The first offensive opportunity for Blue Devils. And they give the puck away immediately. And now ESU trying to control a nice hit from Curley right there to control that puck and get it out of the zone. Chisholm sends it cross ice to Kremen with open space now on the right side over the circle. Makes a toe drag move, but he loses it. And now up top, McIntyre keeps it in. Fights off the check. And a big hit from Chisholm along the corner. And now kept in the zone by Cashman. Central Connecticut will finally get it into BSU's end again. And now turned away off the stick of Max Law in front of the net. And BSU coming up now. Back and forth, no real chances just yet. And that puck rings around the boards. Law couldn't get it with a stick. So now a good breakup right there, but a quick chance and a shot, and it goes just past Law. The Blue Devils strike first, just 2.5 minutes in. Off a bad giveaway in front of the net. Law wasn't ready for that shot, or it just went under his glove. Not easy to save that when no one's in front to stop it, or no one's in front to be on the man, rather. So, not a great start, but it's still early. And these teams have seen each other before, so BSU knows what they're in for with this game. Let's see how they'll respond. This puck goes right back into BSU's end. Ether will be there off of the skate. Trying to grab that. He will behind the goal line. He brings it over. Dion will be there. But that puck bounces off his stick. And now a good stick check from Dion. He steps on the break and gives a nice open ice pass to Ether, whose shot goes just wide of the net. He'll send it out in front. There's Hallisey with it. Up top. That puck caught by Fernandez. Shot. Glove save by Selstad. Just point it up a tiny bit. Yeah, that's it. Face off won by the Blue Devils in their corner. The BSU will control it. It's Halsey. Sends it up the boards to Locke, whose shot bounces off the skater, and that'll exit the offensive end, and also that'll go through the bench. Center ice face off now for Halsey. Quick win. It'll be tipped back to Locke, who sends it up ice to Foley. He will dump it into the corner. Now this puck kept in by Locke. The shot goes up high. And now it'll come out of the zone. No icing. Picked up behind the goal line by Cashman. He's fighting off a forechecker. He needs some help over there. It's a 2-on-1. Now BSU will get it out. That puck just went off a Foley's stick, but no icing. Now they'll send it right down the middle again. Andre Guy with it. Sends it that pass did not connect, and that'll be an icing now. So 5 minutes into this game, it's already 1-0 for Central Connecticut. Right now, neither team is controlling the puck in the offensive zone. I mean, BSU has done it a little bit more than the Blue Devils have, but neither team is really having any clean chances yet. And the one goal that has been scored was just kind of off of a bad giveaway that went right out in front of the net. So we've yet to see either team really do anything of substance. But now here's a good chance for Central Connecticut as that puck is turned away off a diving effort, I believe, from AJ Colonna or maybe Colin Chisholm. Or it was Kremen. It was Connor Kremen who made a good diving effort to push that puck away off a pass that was right across the slot. Now Fernandez will try to chip it out of the zone. Matt Devon with it. He's got McIntyre up high. Shot. Saved by Selstad, and they'll cover it up for the face-off. McIntyre set to take the face-off with Devon on his right. This puck goes right to the defenseman. And that should ring her out of the zone. Yes, it will. And now be scooped up by Pat Hilton. Doubles back, looking for someone to pass to. He will get it to Fernandez right along BSU's boards. But that puck is intercepted, and now here comes the Blue Devils trying to bring it around behind the net. Good stick from Hilton to get it away from them. Now picked up along the circle, but gloved out of the air. That pass couldn't make its way to Lemieux in time. So both teams will make line changes. Hilton with it. Sends it cross ice to Fernandez. Up the wing to Foley. Puck goes off his stick and into the end. Halsey will be there, keeping it in the zone, right behind the goal line. He pushes it. Longa, good use of the skate, but there will be a penalty call. So Longa's going to the box for a 2-minute minor, I believe, for tripping. I'm not entirely sure what the call was. I think it looked like it was tripping. So BSU will be on the penalty kill. And last game on Wednesday night, we saw they had a very strong PK. Let's see if they can continue that tonight. As the Blue Devils sent across. That's a good stick to chip that out from Foley. As that puck stays in play, it bounced off the top of the glass. A good start to the penalty kill for BSU. Hooking was the call, not tripping. And Foley will get that out of the zone. He's had a strong kill so far as he goes to make a change. On the ice now, Jake Curley and Connor Cummin with Kelowna and Locke on D. Now a good use of the stick to swing that around and get it out of the zone right before hitting along the boards. It's a bad pass intercepted by Curley now, wasting time in the offensive end. Puts it on the side of the net, but it just went off the post. And now a minute has elapsed on this penalty kill. No real chances for the Blue Devils just yet, as they'll sit back and try to set up a breakout. Cummin shadowing. This puck will come along the left wing corner. Bounced off behind the boards and collected along the right wing circle. Up top. A shot through traffic. Turned away by Law. But it's still loose. And now Law stretches the leg. And that puck goes behind the net. And BSU will dump it all the way down. A good opportunity for the Blue Devils right there. But Law stretched his pad all the way to the left to get that puck. And now the Blue Devils come right back. Just 12 seconds remain on this power play for them. This puck's going to ring along, and that'll do it for the Longa hooking penalty. BSU with a strong kill. Now skating through center ice. Number 2 shoots one. Law got a piece of that, but it went wide anyways. Now chipped in and caught along the right wing circle. Sent up to the high slot, kicked away. A good block from Dion. And now back on even strength. Fernandez to center ice. Dion off of McNulty's pass. He dumps it deep. Behind the net. Strong check from McNulty. But now a potential 3-on-1 as here come the Blue Devils waiting. And Law cuts off the angle. A good save. Now behind the net. And it goes in front, and Law will cover it up for a face-off. Now defensive end face-off for Connor McIntyre. He wins it right back to Cashman. Steps on the brakes and sends it up high to Mason Lemieux. Here he comes along the right side of the rink. Sends in front. Oh, Devin couldn't get his stick on it. And now Cashman right back in his own zone. Turns around to avoid the stick. Makes a safe pass. And now this puck comes up high. And McIntyre collects it along the left wing, but it goes just over him. And now BSU will have to skate all the way back to get their puck once again. Cashman's the first one there. He sends it D to D. Cross all the way down the ice. No one was there to catch that, so that will be an icing. So now here come the Bears. Nick Longo with it along the left side. Brings it behind the goal line. Sends it in front. That goes off a skate, so Foley couldn't get a stick on it. And it'll be picked up by AJ Kelowna now. Bringing it to his own zone. Up the wing to Foley. He can't quite control that. Now a shot that goes deflected off of Guy's stick over the net. And Andre Guy with it. Up to Evan Hallisey. Skating through defenseman. He splits the D, but he can't control it through him. And now the puck will be sent right back. The Guy drops it down low. Chipped up high. That could be a high stick. It will. So BSU is a free touch. And that puck, Guy couldn't collect it. Exits the zone. Everyone has to tag up now. And they will as they catch him on the change. And Foley will dump it deep. Selstad gloves it. And he'll hold on to it for a face-off. Half of the first period has gone by right now. It's still 1-0 for Central Connecticut. Shots are 6-5 in favor of BSU. We've seen one penalty kill so far. The puck is grabbed behind the net by Fernandez. Backhand pass chipped up for Kremen. Looking for options. Holding on while he glides. He brings it behind the goal line. Still has it in control. Sends a shot from the side. It goes off the skate. And now Curley makes a nice move to set it up high to Hilton, who breaks off that check. And now Fernandez has to race there to keep it in. It's going to come out. Fernandez makes a nice move along the boards. But Kremen can't collect that pass. And now they'll have to fight for it along the blue line.
There, ref.
Curley has to wait for Kremen to tag up. And now with space and time, Fernandez has it in his own end. 3 forwards threatening. Curley controls it. Tries to make a move, and now a good chance. That shot goes just wide. A great chance for Chrism. And they'll dump this puck way deep. That won't be icing. Number 11 gets there before anyone else. BSU has to try to get it out of their zone. That puck went to the slot, but immediately turned away. And Halsey has it. He chips it in. And immediately gloved by Selstad. Offensive zone face-off for BSU. Collected by the Blue Devils. And run along the boards. Foley forechecking with Longa, who's there fighting off a check from behind. A pass while falling down from Longa. Makes its way to Foley's stick, but he loses it. And now that puck's sent deep. Longa. That took a weird bounce actually off of the Zamboni doors. No one expected it to go that way. And that puck sent right into the rafters by the Blue Devils.
Feels good to see the world is feels good to see the world is
Joe McNulty set to take the face off now. A good win for him on that face off. Hector couldn't control that puck as the forecheck pushed it right out, and now Dion will send it right back in. And before anything can happen, Selstad covers it up again. Face off won by McIntyre, but the Blue Devils pick it up. Struggling to get it out of their corner. BSU controls it now. Lemieux fighting off a check. He still has control. Sends it up to the boards from Guy, who keeps it in just barely. But that puck is rung along the boards, and now Walsh will be there. And that puck makes its way past the stick, and now Guy has to get back as fast as he can. And a good defensive play. He takes that puck away off the deke. So Lemieux will be there for it. But that puck couldn't get to the stick of McIntyre in time. And now Devin will pick it up along center ice. 2-on-2 with Walsh behind him. Drops it back for Walsh. Shoots one into the chest. And the puck is loose. But the Blue Devils will send it right out of the zone. And that'll be an icing. A good chance right there for them off that rebound. But no one's stick was there in the lane. Put that on net afterwards. BSU is still getting much better chances than Central Connecticut are, but the scoreboard isn't evident of that. They're still down by 1. Now Chrisum with it. Skating, looking for someone to pass to. He has Fernandez. He sends it up high. Fernandez shot, tipped in front. It's loose. It goes in. No goal. No goal. They're saying no goal. They're saying that Curley kicked it in. The linesman and the ref are discussing now. They're saying no goal, I think, because they said it went off of Curley's skates. It wasn't evident to me from where I am that he kicked it. Did it go off his skate? It looked like it, but he didn't kick it. And now they awarded the goal. Jake Curley scores, and the game is tied at 1 now with 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the first period. So, a pretty anticlimactic way to have that goal. But a goal is a goal nonetheless. The game is tied now.
Goal is a goal.
Goal is a goal. Jake Curley ties the game at 1. And this is just what we were seeing right before they scored. These pucks come loose off the rebound, and they aren't doing a great job. The Devils aren't doing a great job of getting that puck out of danger when that puck comes loose off the rebound. So if BSU keeps throwing it on net, they can get more chances like this. So now, with the game newly tied up, BSU has to get it out of their own end. Fernandez sends it over to Hilton. Up top to Longa. He can't quite get it into the zone, but now he has a second try, and he will do just that. Longa, good use of the stick to keep that from exiting the neutral zone. He keeps it in now. Sends it in front, turned away out by Selstad's pad into the corner. And now the Blue Devils have it. They're trying to get it out. A good check from Longa. A chance. A good stick from Curley as coming in on the back check to get that away from the skater's stick. And now Foley. Back pass up to Curley. Just scored. Tries to make a move, but the skate was strong and it got him away. Cashman coming back onto the ice. That puck chipped into the Blue Devils' end. And it seems like every time they get that puck in their own end, they're trying to get it out. They have 1 or 2 Bears just trailing them as fast as they can. They want to put as much pressure on them as they can while they have it in their zone. And now Chrisum chips that one into the corner. And this will be dumped all the way down, but Cashman will collect it. He's got one guy on his back. Makes a nice move to get it away from him. And Cashman takes a bad hit into the boards. And a penalty immediately assessed. And he's slow to get up. And now a penalty will be assessed on BSU too, just for sticking up for Cashman after he took a dirty hit. Chrisum, just being a good teammate, gets sent to the box for that. As Cashman takes a bad hit into the boards. But he's up now and he's back on the bench. So instead of it being a 5-on-5, we have matching penalties. It's 4-on-4 right now. What could have been a power play, but now BSU immediately chips it into the Blue Devils' end. And now Shane Walsh has it. Pushed off the puck. Longa sends it over to Halsey, skating over the middle of the ice. Halsey tries to scoop it around the defenseman. He can't quite get it past him. Now the Blue Devils come offside, so they have to tag up. They'll send it back, and now over on the left side. Toe drag way over the net. And in taking a collision right there was Curley, but he manages to push the puck away while falling.
Bridgewater goal, one assisted goals from number 19, Jake Curley.
And now Curley
5 minutes, 40 seconds.
gives it over to AJ Colonna. A minute has surpassed this 4-on-4 so far.
Bridgewater penalty number 21, Colin Crystal, 2 minor for himself.
And that'll be an icing.
Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 40 seconds in the first period. That's Crystal from sportsmanlike conduct at 3:40. Central Connecticut penalty number 3, Alex Rodriguez, a 2-minute minor for boarding. 3 minutes, 40 seconds. That's Rodriguez for boarding at 3:40.
So now the Blue Devils have it. They go D to D. A shot through traffic goes way past the net. And that'll exit the zone by a bounce. And Kremen takes it now. Tries to make a move. A good stick from the defenseman. But Kremen is going to draw a penalty. Or, excuse me, he's going to take a penalty for boarding. Just like the Blue Devils just did, except BSU will be on the penalty kill because there is no unsportsmanlike penalty to match that one. Two minutes remain in the first period. The score is tied 1-1. BSU will now be facing a 2-minute minor, Connor Kremen, for boarding. And I believe, this will be a 4-on-3 right now, which will turn into a 5-on-4 in just about 30 seconds. But the rare 4-on-3, we don't see it very often. BSU immediately chips it out of their zone. A good start to this kill. And they'll all sit back. No one's going to go up high right now. Now Longa with the chance. He'll chip it out of the zone again. So that'll do it for the 4-on-3. It'll now be a 5-on-4. Too many men on the ice. BSU quickly sees that and gets right back on the bench before drawing another penalty. So now the Blue Devils have it over the top of the right wing circle, down to the hashes. Shot sent low in front, and Law was able to turn that away. And now Longa been on the ice for quite a while now. This puck caught up behind the goal line. Trying to kill some time is Hilton. A minute remains in the first period. Blue Devils with control. Up high. Shot turned away by Law. Good save of the pads right there, but Connecticut still has control. And now a penalty call. So we're back at even strength. 41 seconds remain on this Bridgewater penalty. So barring any goals being scored, BSU will have a minute and 20 on the power play next period. Back-to-back penalties have been called in the final 5 minutes of this period. We knew it was going to be a scrappy game. These two teams have already played against each other once in the tournament at the University of Vermont this past weekend. And it's a division matchup. Both teams vying for high positions on the rankings. So we knew it was going to be a chippy one, and it certainly hasn't been anything other than that so far. As just under 20 seconds remain in the first period now. Grissom sending it up to Curley. Back to Grissom. He chips it. A nice move with the stick, but he loses control. And now puck intercepted. Grissom shoots one. It goes behind the net. 5 seconds to go now. And they're going to hold it behind the net at the Zamboni doors. That'll do it for the first period. Bridgewater State 1. Central Connecticut State 1. When we come back, BSU will be on the power play for a minute and 14 seconds. We'll be back in about 10 or so minutes.
Shots on goal in the first period. Florida State 10, Central Connecticut
Now getting set for the second period to start. Right now it is still 1-1 after the first period, and BSU will be on the power play for 1 minute and 12 seconds. The shots are now in favor of BSU 10-8. After an early goal from Central Connecticut State, about 2.5 minutes into the game, BSU responded about 8 or so minutes later, and we've had back-to-back penalties since then. Boarding calls, unsportsmanlike conduct. We've seen a lot of penalties so far. This game has gone chippy. Both teams have already played against each other once before, this season at least. So they know what they're in for, and it should be an exciting second period as BSU starts off on the power play. Puck immediately shot the glass into Bridgewater's end. They'll have to collect it, and Law will do that right by the Zamboni doors. Now Hilton with it. Skating up ice he has. Now he's going to hold on to it and set it in front. Short side stopped by Selstad.
Caught it right in his neck, ran it up to the goal, right there.
Hilton held on to it. He didn't want to pass. He took a D-to-D all the way down, or excuse me, end-to-end all the way down. Short side, trying to catch Selstad by surprise, but he was ready for it, and he covered it up. Now face-off win for BSU. Foley walks the blue line, drops it down for Longa. Cross ice, fast pass to Hilton. Back to Longa. Up high to Foley. Shot turned away by the blocker of Selstad. And now Foley gets it 1-4. As that puck will ring away. Kept in just barely by Hilton. A good play right there by him. And he keeps it again, but now he'll lose it. And now a breakaway for Central Connecticut. Here they come. Makes a good save from Law right there. But now the puck is still over there. And Law is ready for it again. Woo. Bad giveaway for BSU. Led to that 2-0. But Max Law stood tall and made a nice save on the move with the pad right there. So now Foley with it along the left side. Makes a move and sends it up to Longa. He shoots one. I think it went off of the defenseman. Or maybe off the policy. And now Hallisey will drop it behind himself for Foley. Chips it up center to Curley, who's shot turned away by the stick of Selstad. And chipped off the glass. That'll do it for the penalty. Back to even strength we are. And open space. No one's there with him. A quick shot from the side turned away by Law. And now they try to jam it around the side, but it'll be picked up behind the net by Crashman. Crashman, a nice move to chip it up. The defenseman skating all the way down the other end of the ice. Kermit is back in his spot for him. Cashman scored the only goal on Wednesday night to win the game against St. Anselm, and now a breakaway chance. Shot turned away by Law. And he had it in his glove the whole time. A great save by Max Law. BSU so far to the start of this period have given up 2 breakaway and nearly breakaway chances. Bit of a shaky start with that, but Max Law has been ready, and he has made 2, maybe even 3 now, big-time stops to keep this game tied 1 apiece. And now this puck sent in front, turned away, and the net came off. This is a problem that happens way too often at this rink. The net just comes loose all the time, and I'm not too sure why. You know, whether or not they're putting the pegs in the ice like deep enough, but the net comes off way too much here, and I've seen it every game, multiple times a game. Shane Walsh picks it up, trying to get it out of the zone. They will, and now here's Devin with it. Shooting one off the stanchion into the netting. Now the Blue Devils try to get it out of their zone. They will, and Kelowna has to race forward. He's got one guy coming right behind him really quickly. But BSU gets out of that one, and now here's Foley with it. Sending it on net, covered up by Selstad. This puck escapes the zone, and we have a penalty coming up on BSU. Tripping on Fernandez, trying to prevent that 2-on-1. So he heads to the box. BSU heads to the kill, and Central Connecticut heads to the power play. 16:43 to go in the second period right now. On the ice for the kill, Jake Curley, Pat Hilton, EJ Foley, and Connor Kremen. And immediately off the face-off win, they'll dump it slowly into Central Connecticut's end, killing more time. Errant pass picked up by BSU, and now Kremen brings it into the zone. Skating around behind the net, he tried to chuck it around the side, but he couldn't quite get it past him. And now Blue Devils take it the other way, but a good stick from Curley right over the Central Ice logo. And Kremen with a big check along the penalty box, setting the tone on this penalty kill. And now the Blue Devils into open ice. A good stick right there from Hilton to break up that pass. And now they have a 2-on-0. Here comes Kremen. He's got right over back to goal. They score! Kremen to Foley, right back to Kremen. A 2-on-0. No one was there. And it's 2-1. Short-handed goal for Bridgewater State. Connor Kremen. We've seen him score multiple short-handed goals this season now. And a great play, a great heads-up pass from Foley to send it right back to him, making Selstad go one way and leaving the other side of the net wide open. 1 minute exactly remains on this penalty, and BSU now has the lead. Now this puck kept in the zone, but it just leaves, and now here come the Blue Devils. One guy cherry picking a big hit, and offsides is assessed. Face off right here in the neutral zone, nearing Bridgewater's defensive end. One, and immediately chipped out by Cashman. Deep into the Blue Devils' end. Now, Longa tries to keep it in the zone. He can't quite get it in there. 20 seconds to go on the power play for the Blue Devils. And that puck exits the zone, so we'll have to tag up. Time for maybe one more chance. But no more, as Housey's there. He takes a big hit in center ice. And now Cashman forced to get back quickly. A good effort right there, and that'll do it for the penalty. And lost stick right there along the right side of the net. Keeps it out. And BSU with a great kill right there, actually taking the lead off of that shorthanded, what's the word for it? Experience, we'll say. Shorthanded experience.
Shorthand, let's go.
They break the tie, and now it's 2-1, thanks to Kremen and Foley's 2-0. And that's just a result of being aggressive on the penalty kill. I mean, they forced turnover along the Blue Devils' blue line, and that led to a 2-0 with no one back in time. And they played aggressive on that kill the whole time, and they were rewarded for it. So if they get another penalty, it would be nice to see them do something like that again. And I think that's what their plan is. As now it's a one-on-one. Hilton couldn't quite cut it past, and the puck, one-handed chip turned away by Law. And now exiting the zone with it. It'd be Ether over to McNulty, who chips it in. And sent right out in front, but quickly intercepted by a defenseman. And now the Devs to come all the way back. As Hilton loses his stick, so he's got to use his feet to get that out. That puck on the boards. Chipped out of the zone, so Hilton has time to get his stick now. And Fernandez sends it over to him. Chip deep into the end by Ether. Dion makes a change. Curley on the ice now. Already has one goal tonight. Dumped way in. Icing. Set to take a face off now is Jake Curley. Wins it to the side. Cummins sends it right back to him. And now up high to Guy. Shot is blocked. But he gets the puck right back and now sends it to the slot. Deflected into the left side corner. And now a breakaway chance. But quickly coming back is Guy. So he'll put that chance to a rest immediately. And Curley makes a nice move to get it out and passes it over to Chrism, who has to turn around to get that puck. And we have our offsides on Bridgewater. Face off one by the Blue Devils, and that puck chipped along to the boards. Cashman sends it right back. Now over the Stonehill logo in center ice. That puck deflects off the glass into the Blue Devils' end. Now 2-on-2 in the corner right now, just trying to get that puck skate on top of it, I think. And BSU comes out with it. Quick pass to the stick of Curley. He comes along the right side, chips it around the defenseman. Fights off a check. That wasn't Curley, excuse me, that was Lemieux. Lemieux with it, dropping it back behind himself, behind the goal line. Picked up by Devin. He tries to wrap it around the side, but he takes a spill. And now Halsey will send it over to Hilton, who loses the puck, and now a chance for a 2-on-1. As Halsey plays the body quickly to kill the chance, and now Hilton collects that puck right along the slot as Devin goes to make a change, setting Nick Longa on with speed, immediately getting there. That puck bounces behind the goal line. Halsey's there. He sends it up to the slot. Shoots one. Deflected, saved. Fernandez in the open slot. Shot, I think, was turned away by the blocker of Selstad and goes into the netting. Nearing the halfway point of the game now. It's 2-1 for Bridgewater State, but now a bad pass, and here's a breakaway chance for the Blue Devils. In alone, a good save from Law. And now a second chance, he saves it again. And what's that? They're saying the net came off again. Yeah, the net came loose once again, but nonetheless, a great save on the breakaway from Max Law. Too many breakaways been allowed so far this period by by the Bears as Fernandez does a big check in the corner. But Max Law has been ready for those. And ever since the first goal he let in this game, that was maybe more a bit of a nerves thing that just kind of happened on the first shot of the game. He has been very solid. Now Chrisham with it. Sending it over to Fernandez, who chips it in the zone. Allowing for BSU to make a change. Puck picked up. Sent in front, deflected, but goes just wide. And now it comes out of the zone. Kelowna with it. Over to McNulty. Sending it deep into the Blue Devils' end. And they chip it out. They'll come all the way back to the stick of Max Law, who drops it for Foley, I believe. No, that was Walsh. Excuse me, Shane Walsh. And now this will be covered up by Selstad. Face off, won by the Blue Devils in their own end. Sent along the boards, chipped out, but Walsh will take that away. And Lemieux is there by the blue line. But that puck will come loose. And now the Blue Devils trying to enter Bridgewater's zone. They haven't been able to enter their zone cleanly all game. On their heels for quite a while. That puck is sticked down by Lemieux. No high sticking called. And he stays in control as that shot goes just behind the net. So the Blue Devils come right back the other way. That shot goes over the net. I think Law got a piece of it on the glove, but either way, off target. And now sent in front, a good stick from Fernandez to get that dangerous pass out of the way. And now a shot from Devin. Turn away, rebound. Selstad makes a save. It's loose. And it's still loose. But the whistle is blown, so Kelowna's goal will not count. That puck was loose the entire time as Selstad was on his back. But the play was blown dead. I don't think the refs saw where it was, but that puck came loose right over to Kelowna's stick. He had a wide open net. And so what should have been a goal and should have been a 3-1 lead is now still called off, and it's 2-1. Now this puck chipped along behind Stevie Locke. He'll still get there first, and he controls it behind the net. Now we'll see fighting off a check, trying to get that out of the zone. Takes the body, leaving it for Cashman, who sends it over to Locke. Locke's pass intercepted. And Cashman will be there, taking the body first. And now that puck swatted down in front of the crease. But no shot taken. And now another good chance. Turned away by Law into the corner. BSU struggling a little bit here. This is the most we've seen them struggle on defense this period. But they come out of that. They come out of that just fine. Now that face-off won by Halsey. Picked up by Foley. Chipped along the boards. He's got Longa and a 2-on-1. Shooting one. Loved by Selstad. Now here come the Blue Devils. Put down the ice on the right wing circle. Send in front, and they score. A pass cross crease BSU couldn't get there fast enough to intercept that. And just like that, the game is tied. So quickly off the offensive zone face-off, the Blue Devils got that past BSU, and they had a two-man rush where they went cross crease from right to left, and no one was there to get the stick on that pass. And now the game is tied. With just about 7 minutes to go in the second period. We are 2-2 now. Picked up behind the net. Tipped along the boards. Collected by the skate of Ether, who sends a dangerous pass to McNulty, who avoids that check. And now that puck will be sent all the way down off the boards and to icing.
Central Connecticut goal scorer number 19, Nate Thomas. Assisted by number 11, Cam Shenkevich. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 30 seconds. The second period. That's Thomas from Shenkevich at 7:30.
Now they tried to lead the puck for each other. I don't know what they were doing there, but BSU steal it, and now sent right back into the zone. Offsides, they have to tag up, so BSU has time to collect it. Walsh sending it over to Ether, who controls that puck along the boards, but now loses it. And now the Blue Devils will send it into the corner. But taken away by Shane Walsh. And the Bears are struggling to get it out of their zone right now. Hilton fighting for it along the doors. That puck comes over to Ether, who sends it out of the zone. Finally, BSU gets it out, and now here they come down the ice. Dion puts the body on him, controls the puck, looks for a pass. No one is there for it as Longa gets tied up on the boards, but he still sends it over to the net. And now they lose the puck. Longa right back with it. Up top, slap shot turned way just a little wide. A one-timer to Hallisey, but a good chance right there off of what looked like nothing was going to come from it at all. Hallisey takes this face off in the offensive end. It's tied up, and Hallisey comes out with it. Bouncing off the boards. Kelowna's shot goes wide. Hallisey picks up once again. Dropping it back for Longa along the boards. Pushed in, and now a big hit in the corner. And another hit. The Blue Devils try to bring it down behind that. He will circle around, sends it in front. No play made there. And Kelowna will pick it up along the boards. Longa gets it away from himself. And now a good stick from Foley. Now a tough angle. Up high, slap shot! And a save from Selstad. A dangerous shot and a valiant effort right there from number 12, Owen Davidson, to block that one-timer at point blank. But a good chance out there for BSU. And right now they lead in the shot category 26-17, a 9-shot difference. The score is still tied at 2 though, and just under 5 minutes remain in the second period. Now this puck leaves the zone. The Blue Devils come with it. Sending it, bounces off the stick of Law. And now into the slot, turned away. Devin gloves it out of the air, drops down to a stick, and now McIntyre takes it. Nice move, one hand, open space, shoots one, turned away by the blocker and into the netting. A great play right there from McIntyre to get it around the defenseman. Setting himself with a lot of open space in the slot, but Selstad makes the blocker save. Curley comes in to take the face off. It's tied up. Now sent up to the blue line. A shot from Cashman deflected. Celsa doesn't know where it is. It went behind him. And a hand pass is assessed. Face off won by the Blue Devils. The glove out of the air by Crumman. Now pass couldn't get to him, and a bit of a scuffle in open ice. No teams taking penalties after that, though. And now Cashman, the defenseman, coming up high. Good pass before taking a check, and now open space, a nice move. Rebound! Goes just behind the net. Crumman almost had a second of the game off of a nice move right there. And now Cashman collects it and chips it into the zone. And we've got a lot going on right here between Locke and number 16. Both going at each other. No penalties called still. This game is getting really chippy now. It's a big hit. Absorbed by Chrism. Now Blue Devils with it behind the net. Shot way above the net and into the corner. And kept in by number 4. And now come BSU with it. Lemieux couldn't quite collect that. Or excuse me, Crumman. And now pickpocketed. Jake Curley takes it away. And Lemieux. Not Lemieux, Crumman. Jesus. Excuse me. Couldn't make a play off of that. So both teams will make changes. And now Fernandez with it. Chips it off the glass high before anyone can grab it. And now Laga has it. Entering the zone. Dropping it back for Hallisey. Slowly makes a move. Sends it in front of the shot. Turn away, rebound. And Foley's stick breaks. And now batted out of the air. A great stick from Fernandez to prevent that breakaway. But either way, it'll be assessed the high stick. So the play is down dead. A very, very chippy and almost, I want to say, dirty sequence of events we had the past 2 minutes. Both teams going at it. No penalties called. I think the refs just want to let them play it out. But they're going at it at each other on the ice. Neither of them have a puck. Pushing each other, not letting either one get up. We've seen some big hit attempts. Good chances for BSU this past few minutes. And now they lead in the shot category 31-18. But still, the score is tied 2-2.
Just under 2.5 minutes left, too.
That's right. 2.5 minutes to go in the second period. As the puck makes its way into the right corner. And chipped along the boards, but it'll stay in. And now a shot absorbed by Curley. We'll pick it up. Setting up high to Chrism. Drops it back for Crumman. In the high slot. Shooting one, rebound. Goes just past him. And now the Blue Devils take it the other way. Pass doesn't make it to the stick. And now that puck goes all the way to the other end of the ice. Turned away. A slow roller, but Law keeps that away from the net. Now this puck gloved out of the air. And Law will hold on to it. So with 1:23 to go in the second period, BSU will take an offensive end face-off. Tied up, poke checked away by Law and picked up by Foley. Chipping it out of the zone for Hallisey. That puck sent right back and into the Blue Devils bench. So we'll have a neutral zone center ice face-off right here. and BSU wins that faceoff. Now the Blue Devils take it the other way. Shooting up in the slot. Hey, they score! A 2-on-2, just like the goal we saw earlier. A pass across crease. This one bounces off of Law's glove. So now Central Connecticut State has the lead 3-2. And I don't really see too much, much more they could have done on that because the defenseman was on him like glue, but it just got to his stick. So I don't really, I'm more of a loss for words for that goal, but it was chipped off the stick and off of Law's glove into the net, and now some frustration from the Bears, but they are far from out of this game. It's a 1-goal difference with still a whole period to play. Face off won by the Blue Devils. 45 seconds remain in the period. The puck couldn't cleanly get collected by the stick. And now Cashman will take it in the corner. Chipped along the corner. And Lemieux tries to grab it, absorbing the hit. And now here come the Blue Devils with it. He loses the puck. Devin drops it up for Lemieux. 15 seconds to go in the period. Lemieux, one hand skating it. Still in control. Says it in front. Devin couldn't get a stick on it. And now, 5 seconds to go. Off the tag up, so that'll do it for the period. After 2, the score is 3-2 for Central Connecticut State. After a late goal, puts them up. We've seen... I'm trying to do the math right now. It was 3 goals? 3 goals this period? Yeah, 3 goals total this period. So, stick around. In 10 minutes, we'll be back for the third period to commence.
Bridgewater State with 24 and 2-period total of 34.
Back now for the start of the third period. Bridgewater State right now trails by 1. It's 3-2, but they lead in the shot category 34-20. So quite the difference in opportunities there, but nonetheless, they still trail after a late goal that went off of Max Law's glove, cross crease, gave CCSU the lead. And at one point, BSU was leading this period, but Central Connecticut has scored 2 since then in response. So now we get started for the third period to commence. Both teams even strength. Last period was pretty chippy. Let's see if this period follows that theme. As Alice set to take the face off with EJ Foley to his right, Nick Longa to his left, and the defense, Pat Hilton and Nate Fernandez. Face off won by BSU. Hilton sends it immediately into the corner. And now chipped out all the way into BSU's end, no icing. And grabbed along the boards. That puck deflected, so the pass wasn't clean enough. And the Devils set it into the slot, turned away by the stick of Fernandez. Now chipped up high to Longa. Here they come. Halsey sends up deep, but a diving effort from the defenseman to block that pass. And now the puck picked up by Longa. Falling down, but he takes control of it. Up high to the slot. Stick checked away. And now that play is whistled dead because Longa's helmet was tangled up with number 16. So we'll have a neutralized face-off. Curly set to take the face-off now. It goes to the side. Crumman will be there. Chipping it into the Blue Devils' end. And he keeps it in. But now it's chipped out. And they'll come right back. And no icing is called after a fierce effort to beat it. And now Cashman with it behind his goal. Drops it back behind himself for Locke. Locke up the wing to Crumman. Through center ice. Picked up by Chisholm, who sends it on net, and it'll be gloved by Selstad, who holds on to it. Face off. Puck bouncing, so Lemieux couldn't get a clean shot off of that. And now Lemieux keeps it in the zone. Here he has a good chance right now. Shoots one. Rebound. Goes just by the net. A great chance right there from Lemieux to keep it in the zone and create an opportunity for himself. And now BSU still has control. McIntyre chips it along the boards. Lemieux picks it up by the Zamboni doors. Sends it up high. A shot chance for Crashman is blocked, but he keeps it. And play is whistled dead because the net came loose. This is the third time today this same net has come off. I mean, what are we doing? This happens every game I come to as well. It's always this side of the ice. They need to put the pegs in deeper, I swear to God. A good chance right there, too, for BSU. Cashman, his shot was blocked, but he regained possession of it, and then as soon as that happens, the net comes off. It's ridiculous. And now a high stick, so BSU will go on the power play. Longa draws the high stick. And now with just under 18 minutes to go in regulation, BSU will head to the power play. A great opportunity right now for them to tie this game up. So Hallisey will get set to take his face off. Longa, the left-handed skater, on the right side of him. Face off one. Hilton picks it up. Fights off a stick check. And now falls down to the ice. Picked up by Hallisey. Drops it up high for McIntyre. Down low to Longa. Cross ice to Hilton, whose shot is deflected, and now that'll be dumped the length of the ice. So Longa will have to come back to grab it as Law stops it in its tracks behind the net. 30 seconds have elapsed on this power play so far. Now this puck picked up by Hilton behind that, and he'll leave it for Foley. Foley, nice use of the skate to get it around the defenseman, or the attacker rather. But that puck is going to stay in BSU's end. They're struggling to get it out of their zone. Hilton drops it for Hallisey. Controlling that, protecting the puck. Skating the length of the ice. Here comes Hallisey. Now bringing it behind the goal line. Sends it in front. But that was poke checked away by Selstad. And now chipped into Bridgewater's end. 40 seconds remain on the power play. As Law drops it back for Hilton. Hilton leaving it for Foley. Wide open space. No one on him. And now BSU exits the zone with it through center ice with some space. Jake Curley makes a move. He's tripped up, but no call. And 20 seconds remain on the power play. Not much from BSU this man advantage. As coming in hot. Keeps the puck in play. And Locke fighting for it along the boards. It'll come out. So that'll do it for the man advantage. Not much to show for it. Now Fernandez taking it. Loses possession of the puck, and no one can get the pass. Now Kremen fighting for it along the corner. Curley will collect it at the top of the right wing circle. Cross ice to Chisholm. Over to Locke. Back up to Chisholm. Makes a move. Top of the circle. Down to Locke. Up top to Kremen, who loses the puck, and that'll exit the zone. And now a shot rings off the post and comes around to the other side of the ice. Not a great start to the period for BSU. Puck chipped in and caught by the abdomen of Matt Devon, so he keeps that from coming out all the way to the ice. And Kremen will take it into the corner. Devon going to send it up to Guy. No, he's going to hold on to it. He'll send it across ice to Walsh, who shoots one high. Deflected by the blocker into the netting. McIntyre is up to take a face-off now. And the Blue Devils come out with it, but Guy will pick it up. He's got one man behind him. Bring it all the way behind the goal line. Guy still in control. Chips it past the skater, but they lose it. And now racing for it is Shane Walsh in his corner. He'll swipe it around back the other direction. And Guy will pick it up. He'll flip it into the Blue Devils' end, and icing is called. Minutes remain in regulation right now. Central Connecticut State up by 1 with the score of 3-2. The shots are 36-20 in favor of BSU right now. A power play we saw for BSU earlier on in the period, but nothing to show for it. And now, shot way, way wide. Will ring almost all the way out of the zone, but it's quickly kept in by number 4. Dylan Stein, rather. And now Dion drops it back for Cashman. And this puck puck flipped up high over the net. Guy will be in the corner. He'll send it over to Ether, I believe. Yes. And Catherine within the corner. Chips it behind the boards. Behind the goal line. Ether looking for a pass. He can't quite cleanly get one. And now that shot deflected into the netting. And Love down off the rafters by Law. Frustration coming from the BSU bench right now as they're struggling to get it out of their own zone in a game where they need to tie it. And now this puck is chipped out of the zone. Foley sends it up for Longa. Two captains. Longa shot. Rebound off the pad. And that one sent right back towards the net. But a diving effort to cover it up with Selstad. And the net, guess what? Comes off its moorings once again. Offensive zone face-off now for Evan Hallisey. Wins it back, but not too cleanly, so they'll have to exit the zone. And now Longa sends it cross ice to Foley, a clean pass, who drops it down up to top of the slot for Hallisey. Sending it over to Foley behind the net. Cross ice to Hallisey, who loses the puck as he's tied up. And this puck will go into the rafters and a whistle. This puck is run along the boards, but Kremen keeps it in, and now he makes a nice move, two nice moves, sends it in front of the slot. And the Blue Devils escape the zone with it, and the net also came off, but no whistle. Blue Devils in the offensive zone. Chipping it along behind the net, two skaters behind the goal line. That puck goes into the netting. So it appears that no shots for Central Connecticut have been counted this period so far. But I'm not even sure if they actually have taken any shots, really. So that's why. BSU out shooting them now by almost double. There's that one that's sent right on that after the face-off. But still, BSU trails. And now this puck is sent in front. Saved by Law. A turnover that shouldn't have happened, but Law was ready for it, and he makes the save at point-blank range. And now Kelowna with it behind the goal line. Loses the puck. Chippy pass is being made by the Blue Devils. And now Longa collects it along the right circle. No icing will be called as this puck leaves the stick and comes behind the net of the Blue Devils. Now kept in the zone by Guy, who chips it all the way to the other corner for Hallisey to get there. Hallisey loses the puck. Chipped off the glass. And right down into BSU's end, allowing the Blue Devils to make a change. Kelowna with it. Skating around. He takes it all the way out of his own zone and now up into the offensive end. Making a move. Wants to do it all. He sends it in front, but that puck couldn't get to Hallisey's stick cleanly, and now the Blue Devils come the other way with it. Guy will pick it up behind the net. Slams on the brakes to make a move around the defenseman, the forward. And sent it to their own end once again. Picked up by Guy, who chips it along the boards near BSU's bench. Chrism sends it over to Hallisey, who, with pressure, manages to keep the puck on his stick. But no one gets that pass, and now the Bears lose it. Fighting for it in the corner. Good effort from Curley to keep it in the zone, but it comes right back out anyways. And now number 8 is going to take it all the way down. A shot turned away by Law and picked up by McIntyre. He drops it back for Curran. Has one goal this game already. Shorthanded. And now he's going to take it all the way into the Blue Devils' hand. A shot. Block it away, and Selstad didn't know where it was for a second, but it goes behind the net. And now Curran with it again. Dropping it up high for Hilton. Cross ice to Fernandez. With a bit of open space, a shot goes just wide of the net. And Hilton won't be there in time to keep that in the zone. 10 minutes remain in the third period. That puck grabbed by Matt Devon. And it'll be flipped up high, but Curley is there to keep it in the zone, and he goes to make a change. As Devon skates all the way down, pressuring the defenseman. Hip check attempt from Hilton right there, but he stays in front, and now the slot is wide open. But that puck couldn't get to the stick. Almost a dangerous chance right there for the Blue Devils. And Kerman keeps it in the zone. A nice effort right there. Kerman shoots one. Goes just wide of the net. And now a 2-on-2. Into open space. Skate kicked away from Cashman. And this puck will leave the zone. BSU trying to make a change. One-handed to get it out of the zone. Lock. McIntyre will dump it deep. No icing. Longa is there. Puts the body on the defenseman. That puck kept in the zone by Locke. Drops it down low for Foley, who shot across the crease. And it goes just wide. Longa was tied up. He couldn't get a stick on it. Oh, and a risky pass from Law right there goes through the legs of the forward. Picked up behind the net. Cashman has it. And it's Foley with it now. Skating up ice. Dropping it back for Cashman, who uses the skate to keep it in the zone, but it's going to come out, and now we have a one-on-one. No icing, though. He'll make his way to the corner. Locke puts the body on him before going for the puck. Trying to slow him down. And now sent up to the crease. But it's turned away. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Halsey with it. Shooting one. Gloves high by Selstad. And he'll drop it. No whistle. He drops it for his defenseman. Some physicality from both teams. That puck flung into the corner. And that puck stopped, I believe, by Walsh. Yes. And Curley takes it now into the offensive end. Fights off a check. He still has control behind the goal line. Looking for someone to pass it to. Grissom shot into the chest of Selstad. And he'll cover it up for a face-off. Just about 8 minutes to go in regulation right now. Again, BSU down by 1 with a score of 3-2. Quick win, but that goes through the legs of the defenseman that comes right out of the zone. So BSU has to tag up. And now Lemieux tries to go on the forecheck to get that puck away from number 12. Flung out of the zone, the length of the ice. No icing, though. No icing. As the forward is there, but he takes a big check from Kelowna, I believe. And now this puck into open space. Matt Devon with it along the left wing circle. Shooting one from a tough angle off the blocker into the netting. Top line on the ice right now for BSU. Longa. Down low to Halsey behind the net. Sends it up to Longa. Good chance for a shot. Blocked by the defenseman, but he still has control. Now Halsey, right wing circle. Gloved out of the air by Selstad. Face off, won by the Blue Devils and shot off the boards, but kept in. And Longa takes it, dropping it down low, but Foley wasn't there for it. And now Halsey has it behind the net. Longa taking his time before putting his stick on the puck, trying to create space, but that puck's going to exit the zone, and PSU has to go all the way back. Icing is assessed, though. Curley set to take a face off. One and chipped into the netting. So the face off will be taken right away again. Excuse me. And it's won once again by the Blue Devils. Flung off the boards behind the net and chipped out of the zone. Fernandez with a bit of space to grab that. Puck gloved out of the air by number 27. Picked up by Crumman now in the offensive end. Shot goes wide of the net, and that's going to ring out of the zone. No one's there to keep it in. Now they got to come off. It's Chrism with a fierce stick check right there to keep that puck away from the forward stick. Now that puck sent all the way into Bridgewater's corner. Flung out of the zone. Crumman's not going to get there in time. It goes to the defenseman. He goes D to D. 6 minutes remaining in regulation. CCSU by 1. This puck now a long leading pass. Goes off the stick of the forward, so no icing. And now chipped off of Chrism's stick. As Cashman goes for the hip check, but he couldn't quite connect with it. And now this puck poke checked away by Law before a dangerous open pass. Now Stevie Locke will pick it up behind the net. Trying to break it out. Crumman. He fanned on the pass, so it went to the Blue Devils skater instead. And now Crumman puts the body on this forward in the corner. Puck chipped over for Locke. Cross ice off the stick of Devin. No icing. In the corner, Devin flings it to Lemieux. Up high, no one's there to keep it in. So they all have to tag up 5 minutes to go now. Locke loses that, but he keeps it in the zone with his leg. And now it comes out Cashman by himself. No icing, he fakes the slap and goes the other way. Cashman with some speed. Taking it all the way up the ice, the whole length of the ice. Now in behind the net. The defenseman has no one to pass to up in the slot. But he's going to stay down low. Now this puck is being tied up along the corner. Cashman comes off. Long change. Longa with it. Drop behind the back. Halsey has it behind the net. Now over to Foley. Now a shot. Turned away by the blocker of Selstad and into the netting. I don't know if I'm uneducated on the rule or if this rule is non-existent in this league, but I've seen many times right now where I assume it would be a delay of game from putting the puck in your netting in your own end, but I guess not. I'll have to confirm whether or not that is a thing in the ACHA or if I just had the rule incorrectly thought of, as no penalty taken here. Curley is struggling to get up. He gets hit up high, no penalty again. And now Fernandez with some speed brings it into the Blue Devils' end. His shot goes behind the net. 4 minutes to go. Halsey didn't know where that was. And now open space picked up by Crumman. Shoots one. Rebound. Poke checked away in time. And now they got to come off. As Hilton and 27 fighting for it. They're tied up right now. And Longa and 23 fighting along the board as well. And matching penalties will be assessed. So we have a 4-on-4 now with 3.5 to go in regulation. Again, BSU's down 3-2 right now. But the 4-on-4 creates a little bit more open space on the ice. So let's see what they can do with it. As Longa has it now. He's shot. Gloved by Selstad. Now into open space. Fernandez shoots. Blocked by number 12. Right back to the stick of Fernandez, but that puck couldn't get to Hallisey's stick cleanly, so it's going to bounce off the boards and picked up by the Blue Devils now. Up high to number 3. Flips into the zone. That hits the rafters. Plays blown dead.
Central Connecticut penalty number 27, William Ricardo, 2 minor delayed game. Time of penalty, 3 minutes, 33 seconds. That's Ricardo, the delayed game at 3:30. Bridgewater State penalty number 2, at home, minor delayed game. Time of penalty, 3 minutes, 30 seconds.
So the matching penalties were delay of games. I'm a little confused about that call, but penalties are penalties, and they're both 2 minutes anyway, so I suppose it doesn't matter that much. Now 3 minutes remain in regulation. 4-on-4 for another minute. Grissom with it. Enters the zone. Drops it back for Kremen. Has space for a shot. Goes behind the net. Now this puck off the boards and off the stick. Kremen dropping it back for Cashman. Back over to Kremen. As Curley takes it into the zone. Kremen with some space. Shoots. Saved by Selstad. BSU's been out shooting like crazy, but Selstad's been solid. And not too many chippy rebound chances. It's mostly just been shots and such, trying to beat him off the shot. And he's been solid on those, so we'll have to see what transpires in the final 2 minutes of the game. As Hallisey plashes him into the board, picked up along the right side by Foley. Sends it towards the net, deflected away. Now coming the other way with it, number 11. Into the right corner. McIntyre chipping it along the boards. Picked up by number 19. Who shoots it high from a tough angle. Turned aside by Law. And now Hallisey has it. Up high to Nick Longa. Foley with some speed on the right side. Poke checked away. He can't control it now. Just over a minute remain. Law will be looking to come off, but now a 2-on-1 chance. And a shot turned away by Law. Good save. Now they're telling him to wait. That puck couldn't get to Grissom's stick, and that'll be icing. Oh, man. Grissom saying that he touched that, but the refs are calling it icing anyways. So now 1 minute and 7 seconds to go in regulation. Should BSU get control of this off the face-off and get it out, you can expect to see Law head straight for the bench. And we will have a timeout called by Bridgewater.
Timeout, Bridgewater State, timeout.
Now a crucial moment in the game. BSU down by 1 with a minute to go. It's 5-on-5 hockey right now. But if BSU gets the puck out of the zone, we'll see a 6-on-5 most likely. And now a tripping call, the bad time to take a penalty, and BSU. Longo will head to the box. Tripping is the call. And with 55 seconds to go, BSU is on the kill now. Face off. Tied up and won by the Blue Devils. Now sent across ice. BSU is going to have to be very aggressive here, as just about 40 seconds to go in the game, and they can't get Law off the ice just yet. There's a big hit, stood up. Hilton stands him up, and now time expiring, just under 30 seconds to go. Kremen has it behind the net with some speed. He's going to burn this forward. Yes, he has it. Law comes off the ice now, 5-on-5. Net is empty. No one there to help Curley. That puck comes out and all the way down the ice, and that'll do it. We'll walk it in and slap shot into the net. Wide open net. He's going to slap shot it in. Very classy from number 3. Very classy. And we see a scrum now. 5 seconds remaining in the game. The decision to slap shot into the net. Clearly a gentleman. And these two teams have a lot of bad blood now. So final score tonight, I know there's 5 seconds to go, but final score will be 4 for Central Connecticut State and 2 for Bridgewater State. A back and forth chippy game tonight. Clearly, both teams hate each other. And the next time they'll see each other is not for 3 months. Next time they face off is January 24th. Final score tonight, CCSU 4, Bridgewater State 2. That'll do it for tonight's matchup between Bridgewater State and Central Connecticut State. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back on November 1st when Bridgewater State faces off against the University of Wyoming here at 6 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm Lucas Ramos, sophomore, alongside my cameraman, James Sugden, senior. What up, what up? We'll see you guys again very soon.